If you've ever started a routine full of motivation only to fall off a few weeks later, and you've repeated this cycle long enough that now you're deeply scared of setting any new goals for yourself because you're scared of failing yourself, this video is for you. That feeling of starting, that excitement, and then falling off, and that restarting again, and then finally giving up out of shame with that apology in your spine that you never get to win. And you might wonder, what is the point of this? Why should I go through that? And you know what is the deepest loss in that? That loss of self-trust. If you're experiencing this, remember that you're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you, you're not lazy, and you're not lacking discipline. After nearly a decade of being in the health and well-being space, this has been one of the most common patterns that I've seen among my clients, and I help them to break out of it and finally create sustainable routines that can actually create change in their lives through this fundamental shift. Hey, my name is Hedi Shah. I'm a mindfulness teacher and a body worker, and I support those who've tried so many different things to finally move beyond what keeps them stuck and in pain through nervous system regulation, breath work, and posture focus, the strength training. Before we go any deeper into this conversation, let me remind you that you don't have to set any new goals or any new intentions for the new year or any other time of the year. But if you feel this potency in the air and you feel like you're receiving new wisdoms, new ideas, and you want to do something with it, remember, you're allowed to dream even if nothing changes. You're allowed to imagine even if you don't know the how. Most people confuse their method with their vision. The vision is, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And the method is the routines, the structures, and the plans that get you there. What usually happens? People become loyal to their morning routines, to their workout schedules, to their productivity system, instead of staying loyal to the vision that they have for their life, to how they want to feel, how they want to live, and who they are becoming. Let me give you an actual example. The other day I was talking to a client who is struggling with her routine. And in the past, she used to wake up earlier in the morning, have a beautiful journaling practice. She loves writing and she really enjoyed it. And then she worked out and then was ready to go to work. But so much has happened in the past couple of years in her life with health issues, with family issues, with career change. She's been feeling extremely tired and unable to wake up early in the morning. And the more she tries to wake up earlier in the morning, the less able she is. She's got into a loop of forcing the past routine to her current life, and it hasn't been working. And what happens? She's getting pissed off about this. She's angry at herself for not showing up. When she talks about her routine, she feels unworthy. The problem is her attachment to the how. Her problem is the attachment to the method rather than sticking to the vision. If her vision is to feel strong, to feel alive, to feel energetic, she doesn't necessarily have to do the workout or the journal routine early in the morning. She could do it any time of the day if she wanted to. She doesn't have to do an hour of journaling or an hour of strength training. She could just do 10-15 minutes, or she could take her pondering time and writing time into voice recording herself going on a walk. So she would get the movement in as well as doing what she enjoys, like reflecting and really emptying her mind and being able to stay connected with herself. The problem is her loyalty to the how prevents her from connecting to the vision. She's completely disconnected from the vision. She doesn't even remember why she wanted to do all of this in the first place. And she loses adaptability and flexibility to be able to be like, okay, what could work now? How can I change things? In these scenarios, you make the routine personal. You think when the routine fails, you fail. In a way, you're enmeshing your self-worth with how consistent you are with the routine. But that doesn't matter, does it? I'll give you another example. Someone want to grow on YouTube. They committed to post weekly videos on YouTube. And they've done it for quite a few months and nothing changed. They haven't created the momentum they thought they would create at this point. They're a little bit tired. And at the same time, they know that they could improve the quality of their videos. So they have two options: either reduce the number of the videos they produce so they can increase the quality of their videos, or they continue pumping content and they burn out, they don't see any growth, and then they prove to themselves that they're a failure. So now the question again is, are you loyal to the vision or are you worshiping the routine? Reaching your vision does not require loyalty to the how. It requires loyalty to the why. Methods are temporary, but vision is the container that is holding you and constantly direct your effort. The vision stays and the how adapts. Having said that, it doesn't mean your vision never changes. That's okay if your vision changes. But I think that's another conversation in another video for another day. If you went through a big life transition, you became a parent, or your body needs more rest, or your nervous system is asking you to slow down, or your priorities have evolved, or maybe you changed job, or you started your own business, know that you can't force what worked in your old life to this new life. Instead of calling yourself a failure, knowing that it's time for an update in your method, in the how. When you're setting an intention for the year of 2026, remember this: your routine is not a test of your self-worth. It's a temporary expression of your vision. And constantly, these routines needs to be adapted to your vision and to your life. And every time you're asking yourself, why can't I stick to this? That's a wrong question. Take a pause here. Take a step back. Remember, what was your vision starting this? And now asking yourself, what do you need to adapt? What do you need to change to be able to still move towards your vision? Maybe the pace is different now. Maybe the intensity is different now. Maybe the how is different now. But when you're constantly putting your self-worth in whether or not you're sticking to a routine, you have too many blind spots that you can't see clearly. You can't see the truth, and you can't plan your life in a way that is nourishing, that is life-giving. And this is where you begin building self-trust. This is where you become more responsive, and you're staying in a relationship with your life, with your vision for life, and with your body. Now, my friends, as we're approaching 2026, I have an invitation for you. What if you stopped putting the routines on a pedestal and instead taking a step back and get really clear on your life vision? Not just your fitness, not just your health, not just your business, not just your career, but your life as a whole. And really feel it in your body. And then from there, maybe brainstorm on the list of the hows. For example, if you want to start your YouTube videos and grow your YouTube videos, there are so many different ways you could go about it. If you want to lose weight, there are so many ways you could start your weight loss journey. But you may be testing one thing and it doesn't work for you. That's okay. It's not that you failed or you didn't do it perfect enough. But instead, you're like, okay, so I've tried this for 3 months. It didn't work out. That's okay. I'll go test out something else. I'll change the how. I adapt the how. Now, comment down below and let me know, what vision are you ready to stay loyal to in 2026, even if the method changes? And if you enjoyed this conversation and you want to dive deeper into your body's story, take Discover Your Body's Story quiz down below, and I see you in the next video.